let's talk about it. Do you know what is bizarre? Well, to start by saying, welcome. Welcome to my channel. It's me, your girl. Everything is really today. Um, it's not that I want to live. I feel I strongly feel guided to share this testimony. So let me just start by saying, um, we all have trials and tribulations. That's clear. But having gone through so many painful experiences, I come to the conclusion that it's either one of two things. It's either, oh, I just was given another one, a blessing, a curse, or a lesson. Got that? A blessing, a curse, or a lesson. I was invited to a birthday party. About a few weeks ago, and I only went purely because um I don't know, spirit guided me to just go out and enjoy myself and have fun. But I kept getting this strong reminder of observe. Not everything, not everything needs a response. So I kind of let go of my head. Only when a particular or certain situations came into play that I remembered what I was told previously. So anyway, I was having a conversation. Not only that, I made some again, and it's so weird. This is the last place I expected to make these sorts of connections in or at. I'm talking as in surroundings. This is the last place I would have expected to make this type of connection. And to me, it was two of those three, a blessing and a lesson. And the lesson in the sense of you cannot lay on your head how people choose to move and sleep on. Whereas before, because I can think to myself, I would like get really upset. I want to challenge these people and be like, no, why have you said this? You understand? So when I think about it now over the years that that's been done, I have noticed a consistent pattern. So I had to get to the root of this consistent pattern. And I'm going to say it once, I've said it again. Top of the list is your own family. Although what they've been trying to silence, not just myself, but they probably done it to other people. This is the kind of generation people of my age was raised in. There's always one child out of the family that is considered the black sheep, scapegoated. You could say uses the cash cow. Because that is technically what it is. It just uses the cash cow. So I can't believe how raging I look. I literally got in around 2 o'clock. Yeah, I got in around 2. You would never have thought. I literally had I think I was at 5, like quarter to 7, 7, that kind of time. But anyway, the point I'm trying to put across what my destiny is when we got to unpick and unweave years and years of different experiences that has all kind of got jumbled together, so to speak. Once you get to the root cause, yeah, the same individuals that was causing you this heartache, this pain, this consistent pattern that I've awakened to. Let's just say that. Don't worry about my hair. I didn't really joke about it. I just literally just brushed back and put it in the bun. And the crazy thing about it is like the same people that how can I say fed you these things. I know on YouTube you've got to be you can't just say and hence the word social media. People have to misconstrue things. But anyway, I noticed that the majority of it was focus rating. So nothing was really organic, authentic. It was all strategically planned by family members who work with other family members who also work with people in your community to keep you caged and boxed in. But at the same time, maliciously attacking you behind your back, but yet they're smiling in your face. Do you know how hard that is to digest? Literally, how hard is that to digest? And what makes it mad, they do the same thing that you do with everybody, yeah? The minute you peep game and you change the game yourself, like you don't react or give them the same reaction that they was used to, it was pure provocation. Literally, you live an existence of reactive abuse. And even just saying it just sounds like what? And the thing is, it's only people that experience it that fully understand the fact that these are people that we were supposed to trust with your life, that should have protected you, that should have nurtured you. You never got that. But that's their positive the fact that they want you to believe a false narrative that they created. Do you understand? It was all to keep you beneath them. Because that's how they viewed you. They viewed you as less than them. So think about it. If you look at it in the reverse, for them to believe or deem that you are less than them, that screams insecurity, that screams envy, and that screams jealousy. So when I think about it, yeah, people would say, oh, the normal thing would be, oh, you should be upset, you should be angry, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Been there, done that. Do you understand? And in turn, as they're doing it, and if you do react in that way, I'm saying they would escalate the attacks. Because they're putting the same stance now. You see, a leopard never changes its spots. You understand? It might change its face, but it never changes its spots. So read between the lines. And sometimes because everything is like not everything, everyone now is monitored clearly. The only people succeeding is the ones feeding the machine. hmm So when you see people all of a sudden have like dramatic instant changes, like you never saw no build up, they didn't disappear. Just know that they found a victim to sacrifice. So once that person was torn down, someone else could come up. Mm, it makes sense now. I said it once and I'll say it again. There are individuals I grew up around. So I have a very keen eye. I think that's one of my gifts actually. That is one of my gifts. Definitely one of my gifts. Where I can see your potential. I can see what is destined for you in a sense. So just by your own natural talents, if that makes sense. Or I can give you suggestions or um, not even so much advice, but just like feedback in a sense of maybe what approaches to take in order to, But for me, it was childhood trauma and addictions that I had to really not just recover from, but heal, which I did. So let's talk about it. This is my testimony. Let's see how far this can go. So I noticed, yeah, it's only if I'm, say something, if I come in and I said, okay, sure, I'm going to do a spread, boom, there's bare people in the chat, you know? These are the same, this is what I'm saying, these are the same family members, yeah, that through their corrupted, fraudulent means and their corrupted, fraudulent access, they've been your number one stalkers, stalking your platforms, hacking your devices, and they've been doing this, and then trafficking their own offspring or step offspring or whatever parental role you play for that individual. But I know for me personally, it was a step parent and biological mother that's no longer here. God rest your soul. And it wasn't natural, I'll tell you that much. It was strategically done. It was a sacrifice for insurance money. I'm probably life insurance. And this is what goes on in this community. Especially the way how things was rushed. Anyway, let me get back to the point I'm trying to make at hand. So basically, they deliberately set certain individuals. I don't know what kind of magic they used or manipulation. So no matter what environment we went into, we was always treated the same. No matter what you did, you would never be acknowledged. No matter how much good you showed, it was kind of downplayed. So I get a lot. But yet though, you could have like your half siblings doing not even half of what you've done, and they're getting all the praises. And of course, that has an impact. I'm trying to show like the strategic build up to it. They wanted to keep you in a lower vibrational state from you as a child deliberately. to then be able to harness and siphon up your divinity, basically. Mhm. It is what it is. But yeah. But you know, it's what? It's so funny. I think, yeah, after I said, I think, well, it's not on this channel, it's on another channel, so I gave a little small rundown. I went to a birthday party and yeah, it was awesome. And then, and the thing about it, yeah, I already had pre-warning, so I already had the download that, oh, someone's gonna try and come at you with a rumor they heard. Okay. Yeah. And the rumor didn't make sense. We cannot come at someone with, well, I heard this and I heard that. No, what did you see with your own two eyes? What did you hear with your two ears? Like, I don't get people. That's when people like that, let me tell you something. They're what you call it? NPCs. NPCs. Those are working hard. And because people are so spiritually weak, it's easy for these negative energies to basically just body jump. So he said to me, when this individual said, this is someone that I grew up with, never had any problems with this individual at all. I don't know what got into his mind initially, but the way he, after the underhanded insult he's had to give me, he's obviously waiting for a reaction. And then in a very under his breath type of way, he's basically, this is what I took from the encounter. He was basically trying to insinuate something like, or what was I use? Solicitate some type of extracurricular activities. Like, where are you coming from? Like, is either you can't control your drink, yeah, or you've got something on your in your vessel. You've got some type of demonic energy on you clearly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people can't use drink as an excuse. I think drink is just a smoke screen. So anyway, what you said, I thought you said I thought cool. But my thing is, yeah, if you know that you've known me since we was both kids, you're a lot older than me, yeah? Boom. So what makes you think you could make advances like that when I've not seen you in like a few decades? But the dumb shit you came out with didn't make any sense. It just didn't go together. Like when you say, oh, what did he say again? He went, well, I heard all you love is cocky. What, when I was 10? Come on now. Do you know what I mean? I just didn't say anything. I know he was waiting for some type of negative response. I just thought to myself, where is the emotional maturity of people? You know? So clearly, if you say you knew how I grew up, you obviously didn't. You understand? If I look you dead in your eye and tell you straight to your face, when you come up with falsities, and then off the cuff of the falsity, you then try to uh, make some type of sleazy pass, but you kind of do it under your breath. Instead of talking to me in my face, you kind of like, and I don't heard it because, you understand? I heard it. You understand? That's why I said to him, you should go by what you see and hear, not what you heard. Do you understand? That's how I move anyway. So just that alone told me everything I need to know about this individual. But on the flip side of it, what kind of being are you? I'm quite sure you're in some, I think he's either in a long term relationship or he's married. and he's been with that person for how many ever decades and got quite a few children, and this is how you're moving. That's what I mean. Is like supposed to impress somebody? I don't get it. Like the truth is, I know who I am clearly. I didn't know who you were because, like I said, I've not seen you since I was a child. So all those early 20 years and to this present day, never saw you. I might have saw you in passing, but that's about it. And the wickedest thing is, it's like cognitive dissortation. Because I know, I get it. It's touchy, uncomfortable subjects. I get it. But if you have emotional maturity, you should be able to say blatantly, like, yeah, this is why a lot of us melanated kids in the ghetto struggle. Well, not all of us. There was quite a few of us, but some didn't have that inner lineage clearly. Where you have to break generational curses and bloodline curses and shit like that, and heal your lineage. I didn't understand any of this shit, but excuse me, they like to keep you what's it called, null and void, is what spirit is telling me, null and void. Whilst you're being ice, and think about it. Do you know what I clocked as well? The same shit they did as a child is the same strategic setup that they're using in this present day. So maybe where I was low vibration, that spirit might have been working on that. Negative energy and that manipulation may have been working, but I come to a point where once you release certain things and you go back to being you, that feels good. That felt good. Like even now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes when I wake up, I have to check to make sure that it's what I'm seeing that it is. I know what you're thinking. Because we all know these people didn't expect you to still be here at this age, sat here, cognitive state of mind, level headed, very like articulate yourself very well, considering you was given zero. So these are all things you've had to accumulate yourself. Nothing was given to you, nothing was shared with you, nothing was nurtured to you. If anything, everything that they should have done, they did the opposite and then some. And that was all like a strategic plot. But back to what I'm trying to say to you, yeah. So these other individuals that I grew up around, it's really funny how when certain children experience the same type of trauma, they can spot another individual. Do you understand? Just by how they present themselves, how they move. That's a sense, a good sense that we have. So what I'm trying to say to you is, there's people that that should be here doing great things, and I've come to the realization here, the same shit that they're trying to do to me now was all done to these individuals. They all had some type of skill or talent. You understand? That I know these elders could see and didn't like that. Understand? So either they wanted it for themselves or they wanted it for one of their kids blatantly. So they put a bidding on it. Rip it in the line. Do you know what I'm saying? Innit? And that is how that shit goes. This is what these people have been doing. They love the moon cycles, but once your ass is awake, it's a wrap. It's literally a wrap. It's like I know they're out there now under the full moon trying to do rituals on me. Straight boomerang right back at you. Oh my gosh. know my beauty and I know my strength. And I know I look damn good. I know I'm in the best shape that I've ever been at this age, supposed to back then. You understand? And this is why they try to damage people like us. But they just assume, yeah, all the abuse. And the thing about it is, do you know what tweaked? Now imagine this is like, I've read this 3 times now, but it's just the way and the tone it was said in. They're all part of the same, under the same umbrella. That's what I'm saying to you. All part of the same agenda. And when I heard it the third time, I was like, damn, you too? Shit. I was like, damn, you too? It's like, what? I know, it's every time people, I know I'm beautiful. Take a picture. But yeah, I really don't like I only had like a couple hours sleep in it. No, I don't, do I? But yeah, like I was saying. And then there was another one. And this is also someone that I've teased me since I was little. I think he was very close with one of my with my elder sibling, half sibling, and always been cordial. Nothing. Always platonic. Nothing more than that. And I saw him as well. And the funny thing is, that's what I'm saying. This is what is doesn't make any. To me, it's just you're full of shit. That's what I'm thinking. Really, not gonna lie. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not holding back anything. So anyway, he said, "Oh, someone gave me a message to give to you," and I was like, "What are you talking about? Who could possibly be giving you a message to give to me?" And Spirit was right. It was exactly that. Someone that I least expected. And I'm thinking to myself, nah, he's just playing the trick. He's just ramping with me. And he wasn't. But then all of a sudden he kind of flipped it and was like, and I didn't like it. And I'm looking at him like, for the love of God, what the F are you on about? You understand? Don't say that, because if that foot was on the other shoe and someone came to me and ask me something or pass you on a message, I would do that. I would never put my own feelings into it because it's got nothing to do with me. Do you understand? This is what I can't stand with certain individuals that do this. A lot of people do this. Jealousy and envy again. So considering there's never been anything, not even I would never even flirt with this individual. That's how deep it goes. None of that. So when he was like, "Oh, but I didn't like it because I said I feel that way too about you." So I was like, "Just tell me what the F you're talking about now." I won't say the name. So when he said the name to me, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like, huh? I wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude he went back like decades, decades, literally. I thought to myself, is this man for real? He was like, oh, I need to pass on his message, and the message was, I'm in love with you. Like really? And then he went, I am too. I was like, I did. I'm not gonna lie, I did. I said F off. I said F off, man. You understand? Go play this game with someone else. Go play this tricks with the kids. You understand? Not over here. And these are people, I'm telling you again, chat, these are people that are older than me. Where is your where is your emotional intelligence at that? There's none. So really and truly you can't really have a conversation with individuals like that. So I just kept it cordial And then he was getting defensive because he thought that I was gonna reciprocate that. Why would I? Listen, let me tell you something, yeah? I don't care who it is. Anybody that betrayed me from my past and thought that I wasn't good enough, guess what? You ain't good enough now. How about that? Thank you. You ain't good enough now. Okay. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. So yeah, when you said I'm me too, I got shut up. First of all, we're on two different wavelengths. Understand? Is that the math isn't mathing. So I'm not gonna be rude, I don't need to. You know? The math ain't mathing. Period. Understand? And then I don't understand, yeah. The minute you reject people's offers or advances, why did they turn vicious? Jeez, I gotta laugh. I have to laugh. I'm laughing, yeah. Let me tell you something. Let me just take off my glasses. I find that really bizarre. And I tell you why, yeah. Don't you think in life, yeah, it doesn't matter how much you like an individual, you think you love an individual, if they don't feel the same, you can't then get mad about it. That makes no sense. I've had to have that experience. It might sting a little if that person doesn't feel the same way. Cool. Keep it moving. So why is that in a certain group of individuals that all behave exactly the same? Because of, are you part of the same gang? You understand? It's really funny how people say the same shit, literally in the same order as well. They move the same, they behave the same, they have the same, they do the same shit. Negatively, I'm talking. You understand? It makes you wonder. And I just found that very diabolical, actually. Now, told me? Oh, let's just say verbal annihilation. But it wasn't, I wouldn't say it wasn't natural. I would say it would come from the childhood trauma. So it was channeled wrong, if that makes any sense. So, for instance, just that one comment, the old people would have unleashed I would have verbally assassinated him. That's how deep it is, and I won't stop. So you've got to channel that into something positive. You keep going. It's like that's negative energy, and they're just like, yeah, they're scooping that shit up. You understand? And then it gets you nowhere. So imagine if I reacted the same way they did every time, I might have liked an individual and let them know, and they rejected it. They didn't feel the same. Imagine if I acted the same way. But yet, though these individuals feel that that's not constructive. And I say it again, these are people older than me. It's like what the FUCK is going on. And that's just the beginning. I promise though, you see when it comes back to certain individuals, yeah, you know the authenticity of it is minus zero. Below zero is what I would say. I just found it I actually found it amusing, but I was kind of more guided to observe. And that's what I did a lot. But then on the flip side of it, I didn't really see that. I didn't take it no way. That's another thing. I didn't really take it no way. And then he was like, yeah, that was it. Sorry. He asked me, oh, what's your answer? How fucking know? You shouldn't need to ask that. You understand? Regardless if it was how many decades ago, like I said, in it, I never changes its spot. So people can sit here, they can stalk, they can try and hack, or to try and find some type of weak point of trying to enter. It's not gonna happen. When I tell you I don't business, I don't business. I ain't got time to business. I got better things to be focused on. And that's exactly what I did. But I had a nice time there. Like I said, again, I made more connections again. That in itself is a blessing. And I think, yeah, I had to purge something out of me, literally. I think I said, not on this channel, another channel, when I saw someone I used to babysit for years ago, and she's known me for years. Do you know what I mean? She made me go through all those rough times, the addiction, the alcoholism. Act like a mad person. I've not seen her for a while. I didn't even recognize her. So when she stopped me, like someone grabbed my arm. One thing about me is if you want to say something, don't put your hands on nobody. I don't touch people, so don't put your hands on. Period. She grabbed my arm. Now usually my reflex is lightning fast. I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't like because obviously the environment that I was in, you know, I was very cautious, and I just thought like, who? What did my head is? Who in the hell is that brave to put their hands on me? And I kind of just looked, and she was like, she went, don't give me that side eye. Listen, had it have escalated, it would have been a side eye and my right fist. I'm not even playing. But it was someone that I've known for years, and I was like, I didn't recognize her, and I look at her like, who are you? And why are you touching me? Like, just like that. Like, who are you? And you just turned like, huh? One of them ones. And she went, it's me, so and so. And I was like, my mouth just fell open, like, and for some reason, I just felt really emotional. I didn't understand. And then I remembered, oh my gosh, something that I witnessed that I wanted to speak to her about it, but I really didn't know how to approach the conversation. I wasn't sure she was going to receive it well. And yeah, and because I think I was about 19, 20 then, so it was a long time ago, but still. Um, 'Cause I still did her kids' hair, even though I stopped babysitting. I still did her son's hair. Like every couple of weeks, I would go and do her son's hair. But then when I saw what I saw, I didn't want to be in that environment because I knew once I clapped eyes on the perpetrator, I have to say something. Literally, like, mm. So I let her know. This how you know when you hold on to things you're not supposed to, it eats you up. It does. That's a fact. And it has. It has kind of. It's played on mine. I was just hoping that I would bump into her one day, hoping that she was in a much better place than she was. So thank God for that. And she's moved forward with her life. So I'm very happy to see that. And she looked great and she looked happy too. So I was happy that she was happy, you know? But I wasn't I felt I couldn't bring myself to tear up a happy home in that sense. Yeah. And I think it's only because of you see when you've got a level genuine level of respect for somebody, you don't want to hurt them. Of course you don't. But at the same time, when you witness things that they need to know about, you understand this involves like health and that type of shit. So you're damn right. So I was trying to find another avenue to go, and I thought I can't really. And I literally, do you know what? I held on to it for like 2 decades. Yeah, over 2 decades. That's madness, madness. But yeah, and I explained, and I just had to. It's like I had to get off my, and it felt so good. And she gave me such the biggest hug. Literally, it made tears come to my eyes. Literally, I don't understand. It was weird, but yeah, the connection is like it's like I've was always around her. That makes me sense because of her memories and my memories. Do you know what I mean? So it's nice, and that's I never expected to see her. That's the thing, you know. So it was nice because she said I always wondered about you. Could you hear? Because one thing about her is she don't listen to gossip. You understand? She's not stupid. She don't listen to gossip. She won't come to me and be like, oh, well, I heard it. Unless she see it with her own 2 ears and heard, no, unless she heard it with her own 2 ears and seen it with her own 2 eyes, she will never carry a good brain come like most people out here. They love that. You should tell something between certain quality individuals. She's a quality individual, let me tell you that from now. She don't like none of these little karmic ass, fake, dusty lust monkeys out here. You understand? She's never been that individual and she's still exactly the same that I remembered her. You know, just evolved. Like, I mean, blossomed. It was beautiful. Beautiful. It was beautiful. So I met her friends as well. Mad friends. But yeah, cool set of people, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, there was other individuals, but they're relevant in this conversation, darling. In this conversation, they're relevant. But yeah, so we had a little catch up. Obviously, she let me know where she's at. I let her know where I'm at. And yeah, exchange details. But she looked amazing. I just kept looking at her and I kept giving her a hug like I couldn't believe it. It just felt, it was just that relief that she wasn't angry or there was no bitterness or resentment in her at all. Because I would sense if there was. She's been, you can sense it. You can sense it. It's like, you see when you're tapped in not just to your own energy, the environment in itself. I could say nature. The universe has got a funny way, yeah, of warning you with things or giving you the heads up. If that makes any sense. It says your inner guide, you know. Tap in. I'm telling you, tap in. I knew I was gonna see or hear something. And to me, I seen it as a blessing and a lesson. The blessing was her, though. I'll tell you that much. The blessing was her. But the lesson was the question that I was asked. And I can remember like hearing that echo. Ain't no return to the past. That doesn't exist at all. And I have no interest in it either. That's the thing. It's just mad how people think they can sit back and stalk and watch and spy and wait for you to get to a certain level and all of a sudden they want to remember who you are again. Hell no. Stay under that rock you just brought up on. Or multiple rocks. But yeah, it was mad. And it was a oh shit, it was a fight in there. Oh, and you know what was over? A drink? I forgot, but I was gonna, you know, I was gonna film it for, but I thought, maybe not. I don't want that kind of energy on my page. Sorry. It was funny though, and there was security there too. But yeah, the security wasn't being security last night. I will say that. You know, I think they should have had a mixture. If that makes any sense. It's really funny that the security that was in there that should have been in there when that happened, they wasn't there. But any other time, they walk around like the Grim Reaper, checking every angle and every corner of the establishment. But the minute that happened, I even looked thinking, hold on, where is he then? He's usually all over the place, keeping rent, fucking everything. But when that happened, he wasn't there. So this tells me he ain't no security. He ain't no security. He's out there flaunting himself as a security. But when real shit goes down, you might just like me to de-escalate shit, riding somewhere. Do you understand? And then you're leaving the security that was bought for that was branding the Pacific for the birthday party. You expected them to deal with it. That was weird. There was two females as well. I'm thinking, nope. Yeah. Because these was big guys, let me tell you. Can you listen? I would love to de-escalate shit. Listen, when I've seen people picking up bottles and conking on the wall, no, 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 no. You see this face? Mm-mm, mm-mm, not me. And I'm thinking, also, you could go to walk up to them to try and grab them from behind, and because he's busted something already, he goes to pull back his gun. That could be your face or your neck. Nope. And they was big. Like the guy that had I don't understand. How are you that big, that muscular, and you're popping a bottle? You're taking a bottle off the floor to bust it to fight. I don't get it. Either the t-shirt with two sizes too small, or you just came at the gym that day, that evening, should I say? Do you understand? He was at least 6'5", brethren. He was huge. And the guy he was fighting was like literally half his size. I was confused, thinking, what's really going on? And I know the guy that broke the bottle, yeah, definitely, because I remember him. He used to have an ice cream van. He used to sell oh no, nothing. Yeah, he used to sell ice creams from the ice cream van. So yeah, but it was a nice surprise, like I said, in it. And then I had, who else was in there? Just a lot of people looking shocked. That was the reason, actually. A lot of people looking. I'm gonna go. When I go, I'm gonna do some cards. So I haven't done any cards today, so I'm gonna do some when I get back in. Let's just say it was nice. I wouldn't say nice. A little bit pleasant. A little bit pleasant. Excuse me. So yeah, I had a little bit of champagne. Oh my gosh. I know it's a champagne. It should even have like supposed to celebrate birthday, like half, not even half a cup, literally about a quarter in the cup of champagne. And that shit gave me like a full on migraine. That's why I don't drink. Mm-mm. That's why I don't drink. And to be quite honest with you, it's clear to see I ain't missing nothing. You understand? I'm not missing that. So I have my latte finished. My latte. And I know that clearly over these people out there stalking me. They're watching everything I do, but they're not revealing themselves. But yet they'll give other people messages to give to me. I ain't stupid. So yeah. Grand Rising. We don't use that terminology no more. That's a better word with you. But yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go see what's in the cards. Do you know, it feels really, I don't know, because you see when you shed certain things or purge things out your system, it's like you allow for more goodness to flow. Does that make sense? You know, there's things you could be holding on to subconsciously that you don't realize. I've never really looked at it like that, but I am now. I've had the thought, but I've never actually delved or took on a deep dive into it, so to speak. But I am now. So yeah, you gotta stay hydrated. And you know what? I swear that this is probably because of the beetroot. I'm telling you, it's the beetroot. This is the beetroot. Beetroot, ginger, celery. Beetroot, ginger, celery. What else? Carrots. Pomegranate is also essential. So yeah. So for me to what's the time now? Oh damn, it's 11:31 already. It's 11:31 already, you guys. It's like lunch already. So anyway, that is me. Like I said, I'll probably pull some cards. I don't know what time I'm gonna do that anyway. So thank you for listening. And if it helps one person, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, leave it for someone that does. But don't hate and discriminate. Twos.